Hello, my name is Craig Mull and I'm the e-inclusion advisor for Soft Education. As you may know, Soft Education owns EduApps, the suite of portable online applications to support learners. These all run from USB drive, and I'm going to show you one of the apps from MyStudyBar. MyStudyBar is a tool to support learners with literacy difficulties, and the app I'm going to look at is Orato, an excellent utility for giving speech, text-to-speech and highlighting words, so it's a great tool for supporting learners with dyslexia and other literacy difficulties.
So here's MyStudyBar. It's a floating toolbar if you haven't seen it before, and you can move it anywhere on the screen. And we've got the EduApps site running behind it. So you can see we've got the various options for you to use on the MyStudyBar, from planning, reading, writing, and the idea that it takes you right through the various stages of learning, reading an essay, planning an essay, these sorts of things. So we're going to look at Orato. It's just on the reading menu there, the drop down menu, and I'm just going to bring it into focus. So first thing about Orato, I'll just minimise MyStudyBar so it's out the road. So the first thing about Orato is that it's essentially a text-to-speech tool, so it's going to read information back to you. So I'm going to go into options and I'm going to change the voice in Orato, and you see I've got Heather there, the Scottish voice, free to all colleges in Scotland. Now sometimes when you change your voice you might get that token ID message coming up. I'll just do it again so you can see. Let's look at the Anna voice. Okay, so don't worry if that happens, it's one of these things anyway, so let's get on with it. Now unfortunately you won't be able to hear the voice playback, but it will be playing. If you have any of these voices installed, it will certainly play backwards. So under more options, I want to have all these options ticked. Okay, I want to have especially the one that says automatically start recording clipboard or start reading clipboard. So I'm going to find a nice font, a nice easy reading font, a sans serif font. Let's find, let me see, Comic Sans. There it is. It is coming up. Okay, and number 16. Yeah, 16. Okay, so let's press OK. And I'm going to choose a nice yellow background colour. And you'll see why in a minute, why I'm doing these little options, just getting everything in place, and say OK to that. Okay, so I'm going to close down this panel. Close down the options panel, and now I'm going to highlight a bit of text on the EduApps page. So let's scroll down, find a nice bit of text. Okay, there's the beginning of that paragraph. And all you need to do now is go up to Edit and Copy, or press Ctrl and C on the keyboard. And now you can see Orato will read that back. Now, can't hear the voice, but it's reading it, and it will read it in synchronization with the text as well. So you can see why I've chosen the yellow background color and the font size to go, makes for nice easy reading. So the other thing I'm going to go in this time is you might have somebody who maybe has a visual difficulty, so Orato is also very good for this. So I'm going to set up a high contrast setting. I'm going to make this yellow text, so yellow font, and say OK to that, and let's have a black background, and I'm going to make the font quite large as well. So same bit of text, and then remember it's just Edit and Copy, or Ctrl and C on the keyboard, and now you can see I've got that nice and large. So if you've got any learners who have a visual difficulty, then it's a great app for that as well, for reading text back and seeing it nice and large. Okay, the other option you can do with Orato is that you might not want to see the text in that text box. You maybe just, for example, just want to see it reading in the application that you've got. So again, it's just a case of that, highlighting the text, up to Edit, and press Copy, and now Orato is reading in the pane in the web there. It's a pity you can't hear it, but it's take my word for it, it's definitely reading in there. So let's do that again. Just highlight that text, and you can also get it to maybe highlight the sentence as it's doing that. So Edit and Copy, just so you know for sure. Okay, and it's reading that back. And it's not just the web, it will read in most applications where there's text. So let's just stop that for just now, and I'm going to bring up Microsoft Word. Just bring Word up. Okay, and there's Word. So for example, if you're doing any proofreading, if you've written an essay and you want to proofread it either paragraph by paragraph or the whole essay, you can do that again just by highlighting the text that you want read and then pressing Copy and then Orato will read that back for you. So it's a great tool for supporting literacy, proofreading, a whole range of things.